Rose Webster. She is going to connect with storytelling. There once was a club called Rye Toast. This was no ordinary club. Many thought it was its name. Others thought it was because it was an hour and a half meeting. The truth is always stranger than fiction. Grab your seat, folks. Here's the tale, T-A-I-L, not a wrong spelling, of Puddle's past. Before she begins her speech, Bob, can you share her objectives and her timing so our timer knows what to display, when to display?
Absolutely. Her purpose of the project is for the member to practice using story within a speech or giving a speech that is a story. And her time, I believe, unless she has modified it, is 5 to 7 minutes.
Thank you, Bob. Now, Peggy Rose Webster, the ghost of Puddle's past. The ghost of Puddle's past, Peggy Rose Webster. My pet ghost. Muted.
Oh, scary. It was a cold, gloomy night. It was Wednesday, very close to Halloween, when it all started. Toastmasters, yes, I'm here to tell you the true story of how Puddles, Peabody, Webster, PP for short, she yearned it, became a member of Rye Toast, Toastmasters Club. The lights were on at the church on 27th Street. Oh, and actually, that wasn't the church they were looking for. So they meandered down the road and got to Grandview. And it was the corner of Olympic and Grandview. In the basement, dark and gloomy was that night. The mistress, Peggy Rose Webster, whom I'm speaking through right now, I, P.P. Webster, am telling you how it all started. Being the kind of dog that is by nature personable and visible, even when the webcam doesn't work, I can tell you that it was hard for me to hide. Of course, now we know, since I'm a ghost, that's why it's happening today. You may notice that I have a red bandana on. That night, I dressed as usual. I knew we were going to go to a meeting. I wasn't sure where it was going to be. The mistress never told me. We walked in the door. All eyes were upon us. We were wet. We were drenched. Susie, the founder of Rye Toast, who wanted to create the perfect meeting, had set aside an hour and a half so this group could grow in their Toastmaster storytelling. She gave me that eye. I could tell dogs were probably not welcome at a Toastmasters meeting. So I said to myself, of course, being a dog, I don't speak people. I told myself, how can you reach Susie? It was one of those moments when I realized the universe was working with me. Was it because we were in a church? I don't know. But I teleported my dog brain back to a time in Susie's life when she was a little girl in the Methal Valley. And my brain was sitting there on a rock. Susie, being the interested person that she grew up to be, inquisitive, she was not at all truculent towards my brain. She walked over and she poked it. My brain started to talk. Susie was so shocked. But remember, she was a little girl. I mean, who wouldn't be shocked to hear a talking brain? And my brain said, Susie, there will come a time in your perfect life when things will not go perfectly. And I want to tell you, that time will be in a rye toast meeting. Rye toast? What are you talking about? Little Susie said. I said, don't worry, just remember this. This will happen. And you will be forced to make a decision. It will be something that might require you to bend the rules. And as you see me now, I'm here to promise you, I will haunt you if you do not do this. My brain jumps back into my head. I sit there quietly and I look at Susie. And I notice she's smiling. I don't know why, but we leave the meeting that night. The next week, my mistress gets a phone call from Susie, and she says, I don't know why, but I feel compelled to ask you to bring Pee-Pee back to the meeting. Oh, thank you, my mistress says. Thank you. We go back to the meeting. We walk in the door, and Susie is all smiles. She walks up and she says, welcome, new member. I thought, wait, my master is a member. We walk over to the table, and lo and behold, there is a name tag. And it is Puddles Peabody Webster, new Rye Toast member. It's not a pretty story, but since the haunting never materialized, we know Susie did the right thing by giving Pee-Pee her own name tag.
Hello? You guys there? Hello? Oh, okay. Can you guys see me? Hi, everybody. Hi. Oh, I'm so great. We were able to meet today. As I mentioned before, I found a place we could have our Toastmaster meetings in person. And I am so excited we could all meet together at this location. I know it's out of the way. I know that we had to drive quite a bit, but I'm really excited because we could have our meetings and we'll have a lot of space. We could have the whole social distancing thing going on. And I'm so glad that you're making it through. I could see some of you are just pulling up into the parking lot there. I know there's lots of space there. Don't worry. It just got renovated. It used to be, I know, it used to be a burial ground. I think it was Indian burial ground, but it's now a lot of space for our parking. So we have lots of room for our guests. And here, let me show you the place. Here's a picture of it. Can you see it? Isn't that amazing? Lots of room, lots and lots of room. So I am so excited. Here, I'm back. I'm so excited. See, I'm inside now. The guy told me that all we got to do is be able to prove that we could have a meeting in here and we could use this space. So I'm really excited to have our meeting here today. I could see that it's raining right now tonight. And I mean, I thought tonight would be the most convenient time because everybody's free at night. And tomorrow's Halloween, full moon. Really awesome. And other than that, I see that we still have some people pulling in. Got past the private area there, got past the wrought iron chain to see a few of you are going through the swamplands there. So you can see very secluded, very private, lots of quiet. Well, I guess maybe not so quiet. Seems like someone left a window open here. It's very drafty, but I think this is a perfect spot. Patty, you look a little worried out. What could possibly go wrong with us having meetings here?
Thank you, Table Topics Master. Possibly go wrong. I have to say that these
Patty, I lost you. There you go.
I'm not real good with draftiness. I have a bit. Are you sure that there's supposed to be moonlight coming in through that hole in the roof? And is that a bat coming in? It's like a good place to me. I mean, I don't mind bats. They eat in kind of like make horrible little squeaky noises. There. I'm not sure what happened there, but I think we need to find some place that doesn't have a hole in the ceiling in giraffes, and that I'm worried about the bats coming in. Oh, there goes another one. I'm gonna turn it back to you, Matt, Table Topics Master.
It seems like my candle went out. It's very drafty here, but I would like to see what other people think here. TJ, you're just passing by the walkway there. So you just got out of your car. Did you bring some guests with you? I see quite a few bodies behind you. Who are all those people behind you, TJ? Are they coming out of the ground? TJ, who are they? What are you gonna? Who are you bringing to our meeting? What's going on, TJ?
You guys, quick, let me in. Oh my gosh. I have got to get inside this house. Lock the door. Is there something? Please let there be. No, put things on top of the door. I don't know those people. They're making funny noises like, I think they're zombies. You guys, I I love zombie shows. Walking Dead's one of my all-time favorite shows, but no, this is freaking me out. I could not survive a zombie apocalypse. I would be the first one eaten. You don't understand. I need to. No, hold the door. Okay, I know we need to be quiet. Shh. Okay, now all I can hear is my heartbeat. You guys, be quiet. Be quiet. They're attracted by noise. I think they can smell us too. I think they know how to eat us. I, I really think they're gonna eat our brains. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Oh my goodness. I, I think you're right, Patty. This might not be the best place. I can't seem to light my candle again. It looks like TJ is being attacked by zombies, and I'm not sure what's going on. But trying to use the light from my phone here. But look what I just encountered. If you could see from, I don't know if you could see from the reflection of the light off my phone here. But I'm trying to aim the very little light I have at my mirror here, and there is appearing to be some writing on the mirror with some blood on it that says "die." And Rich, you seem to have a lot of experience working with blood. What does it mean when there's writing on a mirror with blood?
I'm unmuting now. You see, there are ghosts in the computer. Blood. It's one of those unique fluids. We can't live with it and we can't live without it. So, Oliver, if it's not your blood, don't fret. The person that left it was trying to tell you something important. I have no idea what that was. It could have been a person that didn't stand a ghost of a chance in this haunted house that you put us in. And the zombies, I mean, they're already bloodless. They've died. They have no need for blood. So I don't know what you're fretting about. I just think what we should do is grab our carving knives and work on some pumpkins and enjoy everything we do on this Halloween night. Enjoy, Oliver, and don't let that blood bother you. Thank you.
I don't know what just happened, Rich, but I feel a lot more draft right now. It's really cold, and I don't know what happened to my hoodie. I was just wearing a hoodie, and ow, what was that? Ow, I just felt like something got me. Can you guys see? Yeah, does it look like feel like something bit my neck there? Might be kind of hard to see, but feel like something bit me. I don't think we're alone here. The guy that offered this place to us told me that we'd have it to ourselves, but so far I haven't seen anyone except a couple twin little girls, pretty dresses, and said they wanted to play with me, but I haven't seen them since. And now I'm worried. I think I'm starting to lose some blood here. Not sure what's going on. Suzanne, you mind helping me out here with a whole bloody situation? What do you think we could do here as far as continuing with a Toastmaster meeting possibility if this place is indeed haunted?
That is a very good question, Mr. Tabletopics Master. I'm thinking that if we take too much time, you won't hear my answer. You seem to be bleeding profusely. So the fellow there, whatever that made the blood, do you feel he was truculent? Perhaps had some issues with the holiday? You know, people can't even say Merry Christmas anymore. And I got that email, but I didn't get it before the meeting, and it definitely said to come to that address, but to not drink the Kool-Aid until we got there. I think that TJ wasn't listening because she saw those folks when she got out of the car. And I don't think Patty drank it at all. And we haven't heard from Bob yet. So about that blood, how are you feeling? I mean, are you feeling woozy? I see that you're kind of like falling over now. We should call the folks that do something about blood, and I'll get my phone for you right now. Hold on.
Well, thank you, Suzanne. You know, I've been wondering, Bob, you used to have more facial hair, then you got rid of it, and you haven't had much hair recently until very recently. You seem to be having a whole lot more hair very, very recently. What's going on, Bob? Can you please tell us? Can you please elaborate what's going on with all this hair all of a sudden?
You just have no idea how hairy it is to be married to an artist. They're always creating something and then recreating something. You would not even believe what I looked like 37 years ago when I met her. I didn't look like this at all. And she's been working on me ever since. And we've put the hair on, we take the hair off. I try the wiggy thing every once in a while. Nothing seems to work. The thing that can be surprising about it, though, is she forgets who I am. When I come in with different hairstyles, which, if you'll notice, I did today, she often doesn't realize that it's me. And that allows me to play some very interesting tricks and make her life a level of truculence that you cannot believe. She fears just coming out of the bedroom, wondering what is going to be going on that day and who is going to be there to try and keep her in line, which I might add is nearly a full-time job. So I will keep my harried past and move into the future.
Well, thank you, Bob. I don't know if it's this wooziness I'm experiencing or your reassuring words, but with all this apparently supernatural stuff going on around here, I honestly thought that you might be turning into a werewolf, but you reassured me you're not. Are you convinced of that, Lori? We don't have any problems with supernatural things. I mean, TJ was fighting off zombies. I'm worried she might be a zombie. I mean, what about me? I got bit here. I'm losing blood. I don't know if I got infected with anything. What are your thoughts of either allowing possible supernatural entities into our meetings, or if not, if we want to protect our members, how would we do it?
Oh my goodness, Table Topics Master. And I'm disappearing into the bookcases. I don't know what we can do to make sure we maintain a safe meeting. I'm kind of worried about whatever bit you. Is it going to creep out of these bookcases and get me as well, or the rest of you that are here? I don't know about this place. I think we should have checked it out, maybe all of us together, before we actually scheduled a meeting here, so that we could each get an experience and see if it was going to work for our Toastmasters event today. I'm so worried that we aren't going to get out of here and return home safely for our families. Is this going to be a foretelling of what our next week's meeting is going to be about or be like? Are we going to make it to our next meeting? Mr. Topics Master, I'm really worried about this.
I'm worried too. I noticed that you are indeed fading away into nothingness. I'm wondering if, like in that movie, The Sixth Sense, you don't realize that you're already a ghost and maybe your unfinished business has been finished? What do you think, Peggy? Do we have ghosts coming to our meetings already? Do we want that? Do we want to keep that up? Do we want to welcome them, or do we want to help them move on? What should we do, Peggy?
Well, this, I don't know. I think it might be an apparition. Even though it feels pretty solid, I think it might be a ghost. It might be the ghost of Puddles past, visiting us, been hanging out on my shoulder. But I have to tell you, I think we have to be very careful. Hauntings happen. And I've heard that it's the building. Really, that's what will bring it back. But here we are, that ghost has come to my house, comes in many different forms. This one was carved by Zorbo, by the way. Zorbo is here through this carving. And the way he disappears, we know ghosts are real. Mr. Table Topics Master, are you sure they had not contacted you before? Are you sure they are not our guests? Are you sure that you did not set this up for Ms. T.J. Burr and even get together with Richard Kramer with that blood? Are you sure it wasn't because that bat that Patty let in bit you, or the vanishing bookcases? Are you covering up for Bob's werewolfness? I don't know. I do not know. So no, I cannot say for sure that ghosts don't exist. I can say for sure that you make things happen, Mr. Table Topics Master.
I don't know if I make things happen, but something's happened to me. Something just messed up my hair and I can't seem to put my glasses on straight anymore. They're all messed up. And I'm not sure what's going on now, but oh my goodness. Look, someone's got it. Someone is with a war hammer coming after. Oh, someone call for help, please. Someone please help me.
Thank you, Table Topics Master. So everybody got into the game today. We had Patty.
Unfortunately, though, I have to ask Bob Hayes to give his evaluation of Peggy Rose. And so I'm afraid I may be falling down on my job a little bit, but I'll turn this over to Bob Hayes.
Madam General Evaluator, you are never truculent because I would like to continue to live here for a few more days and weeks. Ergo, we will move forward. I would love to carry on this discourse with the group that we have here, but it's aimed specifically at one special dog-eared person, Peggy Rose Webster. So, purpose of the project obviously is for practice storytelling, and you certainly did practice storytelling. It was an interesting story. For me, I got lost in a few places on who was on first. And my thought is that if you could have worked on maybe developing some voices to separate the different players, I wouldn't have gotten muddled up on who was wagging whose tail at which moment. And that partially could be me and my inability to focus because my hair keeps falling in front of my ears and I can't hear clearly. I thought you did a good job of bringing in some props. They made it much more interesting. I think as a challenge, and if you want one of us to help you with this, we'd be happy to do it, but getting on Zoom ahead of time, and you can do that all by yourself. You don't really have to be with anybody. You can just log into Zoom. and you can see yourself and you can practice how things are going to look on the screen so that you've got a better idea of, you know, what the effect is going to be when you're moving them in and out and all of that, and would have a higher level of confidence. And knowing you, that would free you up. One of the things you really bring to the meetings is you bring an amazing amount of energy and an amazing amount of creativity. And whenever you get into a technological challenge, as it does with all of us, it tends to pull that away because you're stressed on trying to get figured out how to make it work. The more that you can do that before and get some comfort level with it, so that's not part of what you have to worry about during the show, I think would help immeasurably. You did some really amazing gestures with your face I don't think you were even aware of, that added a great deal to what was being said. I overall really feel that you did a really good job in a really difficult situation, particularly when you're doing storytelling. You count so much on reading the audience and how they're absorbing what you're sending. And obviously in this platform, it's very, very difficult to be able to see how people are reacting to what you're doing and then keep track of what you're doing all at the same time. Thought you did a really good job. And I also want to give you atta girls for working in the word of the day. That's not an easy word to work in, and to work it into a speech is always a challenge. For all those reasons, good job, and I have already emailed your evaluation form to you. Good job. Madam General Evaluator, please take this back under control.
If there is any control to be had today, I will try and marshal my troops and control whatever is going on out there. I'm going to start out by evaluating Bob's evaluation, and by the time we get done, we're going to all evaluate. It is one of the things that we humans do on a regular basis, and yet we don't really think about it. So I like the intentionality of evaluating. I liked your evaluation of Peggy Rose and your suggestions and your offer of help to move through the issues she was having. I really appreciate that. That really shows where our club has a lot of tools to offer even our most experienced members. And we all need to kind of remember that there's help there if you're willing to put your hand out and ask for it. The meeting went well. We had a little bit of a problem getting everybody on and going and upright. Some people wanted to be sideways. And yet we got the meeting going. We got the meeting going in plenty of time to have all of the things done that needed to get done and to move through the meeting well. I love the table topics. It was fun play acting, really getting into the whole haunted house routine was really a hoot. I enjoyed that. Well done, Oliver, with all of your special effects. Lovely. Really enjoyed that. Thank you all very much. Well done. And I will turn it back to you, Lori.
Thank you, Patty. We have a couple more evaluation pieces that go with this meeting. Madam Timer, how were everybody's times?
You're muted.
Not anymore. Everybody was so timely today. Interesting. The only person that made it over 2 minutes was Peggy Rose. And you were just 8 seconds. It was perfect. The rest of us all landed around 1:10. I think that the role playing and the lack of need for Toastmaster structure was challenging, and we were briefer than usual. So that was great. Thanks for that, Oliver. It's hard to get those Toastmasters to talk less than 2 minutes. So I like that. Peggy Rose, you were speech just under 3. You were perfect on your evaluation. We are golden.
Thank you, ma'am. Sir Grammarian, how well did we do with the word of the day? I know I didn't use it. And our other speaking idiosyncrasies.
One of the marvelous things about being the grammarian, if you want to be truculent in your presentation, you can. However, being an honorable Toastmaster and knowing it's not about criticism or being critical or savage in my evaluation of the speech patterns, I'm going to forgo that. I had to use the word truculent sometimes so I can put a mark by my name. Actually, word of the day, Bob, Patty, Peggy Rose, and Suzanne all use the word truculent. I am not sure about Oliver because he is so well spoken. I like that. We're changing light bulbs in the background there, Lori. We're working on wiring. Very interesting.
Lori's the only person I know that has her husband hanging from the ceiling.
Exactly. He doesn't stand a ghost of a chance this holiday. Anyway, back to my evaluations. Oliver, I do not know if it was your presentation in a ghostly manner, meaning home, or just the fact that you rarely use us, and other connectors. However, today there is a total of 5 us, and 5 ums. I have no idea how to evaluate that. That is not your norm. And that's all I have to say. Actually, everyone did very well. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. I sent a link in the chat of a virtual Halloween party website that I perused, and they have a virtual Halloween bingo, which if I'd been thinking about this sooner, I would have sent it to all of us and we could have I'm stumbling over words. Possibly could have played bingo today. I know there's a Zoom bingo game, you know, so-and-so, you're muted is one of the squares. We probably would have had a few X's on that a couple of times. There's another one for a virtual Halloween scavenger hunt. And it has some ideas of like, find these things around the house, like a real life spider or a mask. How about with it, you can break up into teams, and within the team, find somebody who likes candy corn. How many of you like candy corn? I have a coworker that brought us a bowl of candy corn, that community candy corn he'd set on the bookshelf for all of us passing by, but he would mix it with Spanish peanuts. And he'd put a little spoon in there, and there's a little, like a Dixie cup next to it, so you can, you know, scoop out and grab some, take back to your desk. I was like, oh my gosh, whoever thought of peanuts with candy corn? That is really amazing. You should try it. There's another one, online scavenger hunt ideas, or act out, like we all stand up and do the monster mash. Well, no, I won't do it. I don't even know it. Or we all scream boo at each other. So that website, if you're trying to find something to do tomorrow with your friends or family or young ones in your family, here are some ideas. Looks really fun. I wanted to bring up that Patty has a comment. Go ahead.
On that same vein, you might look for the Witches Parade. It is amazingly amusing.
Okay, awesome.
I want to
I wanted to,
who won
Go
table
ahead.
topics. I forgot to
What's that?
tell you. You want to know?
Go ahead, you can announce it.
Okay, which one? What do you think? That one. Oh, you can't tell, can you? TJ, yay! You were very dramatic, my dear. Good job. Goes with the curls.
Now that happens
Completely.
when buddies
Yeah.
are chasing you.
Kellen came
Yeah.
upstairs for his last class and he was like, "Why were you screaming?"
Patty,
I'm unmuted too. Sorry, bud.
I have a question for you. Did your microphone go off or did you do that?
No, it did that, and I didn't notice until I've gotten partway through what's going on. No, it did that for me. So there's a ghost somewhere here. Just, you know.
I thought you were doing it on purpose. I was
I'm
like,
always here to help, Penny. I'm always here to help.
Thanks a lot. I so appreciate that.
That is so fun to be with you guys every week. I look forward to this meeting, even though sometimes I feel like I'm not prepared until right before I click go. But I enjoy being with you, even though I'm not with you in the same room. I have so much fun with you guys.
I feel the same way, and I just wanted to say, I have a verbosity problem. Oliver, I just have to say this. That was brilliant.
I thought so too.
Absolutely brilliant.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. Last thing I remember is I just woke up at my house.
I think there's a thespian hiding in there somewhere, don't you?
There must be.
That London club was very serious that I went and visited. They were very cheerful and nice, but quite serious. I think they should attend our club meetings. We should make a
You
campaign
need
of
to send
inviting
them a
them.
link.
Can we
Yes,
share them
invite
the
them.
video? I don't know.
No, I think we should surprise them. I think that they
Yes.
should expect serious to not get that. There's so many
So
ways to be in the world.
Not all of you guys know the founder of Rye Toast, Susie, but she's a perfectionist. I mean, of the nth degree. And
Was that Susie Proctor?
pardon me?
That Susie Proctor?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
And so when she did anything, and she said herself, humor was challenging, and being a hostess was challenging. So the amazing thing was when Puddles got a name tag. It
Oh, that's-
was such a shock. So I will develop that more. And truculent totally would fit with her reaction to getting off schedule or something like that.
Yeah.
And Bob and Patty are nodding their heads because they were in the club